that I've seen much from Pope. I'm not sure what he's been up to or like what he's known for, but I cannot wait to see.
Yeah, I don't believe I've heard the name Pope before, so I'm very curious to see where this goes.
Lelouch versus Pope.
That's Arachne's lair. That is Arachne's lair spotted. Okay, that's it.
No way! Put the spider webs up on the top corner. Let me see them.
Pope's real name must be Andrew, the way bro drew.
And Pope is the winner.
You just time walked him. Any name off the top does it, and Pope takes it.
But if this is how games have been going all day for Pope, no wonder.
Saludos everybody, welcome back to Decent Shirt, where we play cards while we wear decent shirts. And for today's video we have an amazing video to come back with after I don't know how long I've been in hiatus, but we are finally back and we have a doozy. We have the deck bliss profile of none other than Pope with his top 16 Dionysus good stuff deck question mark. So yeah, we will definitely be enjoying his presence in a moment, but hopefully you guys have stuck around with me even though I have been in an upload drought for a while. But fear not, we're finally back and we are gonna definitely be making a lot of great content, including the spider deck profile that I never got to post. But having said that, let's just get on to the interview. Alrighty guys, so we're here with the man himself, Pope. He is a Puerto Rican player that has been making big waves in the game of Elestrals recently by getting a couple of top 16s, but none as sweeter as the most recent Kissimmee Open 2025 top 16 finish in the Elestrals Open. And we are super happy to have him here. I'm gonna allow him to present himself very quickly, so go ahead, Pope. The floor is yours.
Thanks, reveal. It was already revealed on stream. So yes, I am Pope. I just came back from Kissimmee Open, and like Decent Shirt said, I made top 16. Specifically, I got 13th place, and I was playing Dionysus. And I mean, Decent Shirt has the deck, so he can show the deck profile. But it was mostly a Cypron, Lotagon kind of tempo deck. And the idea was to basically counter what I thought was going to be the most dominating deck. There was a water Lotagon with Aphrodite. And yeah, that's the basic introduction explanation of my idea behind the deck.
Alright, so before we get to the deck profile, I gotta ask you, why did you land on Lotagon Dionysus? What really stood out to you out of it? Before we even talk about matchups, what did you like about this deck going into Kissimmee?
I tried Earth, Water, Wind, and didn't play Solar, but testing with friends, Solar didn't quite fit what I wanted to do, and Thunder was fun, but overall I felt that Earth, specifically Dionysus with the new Days and Enrage mechanic, seemed too good to just not abuse it. And in my opinion, Dionysus Madness with Dionysus on field is just way too strong to not take advantage of it.
Alright, fair. Alright, so let's just get into the deck profile. I'm sure that's why everybody is here for. So let me present it right now. Alright, so we're currently watching it. I'll go over the counts very quickly. We got 3 Cyan Nectar, 3 Cyprong, Champion of Dionysus. Sorry, Cyan Nectar is also Champion of Dionysus. We got 3 Madness, 3 Dionysus Madness, 2 Dionysus, 3 Dirtaya, Champion of Dionysus, 1 Earthquake, 1 Equalinx, 3 Hopperoo, 1 Lotagon, Champion of Dionysus, 1 Lotagon from base set, 2 Mustations from Frostfall, 3 Poison Nectars, Dionysus Chalice, 3 Ambrosias, 3 Gorgon's Gaze, 2 PTAs, 2 Pandora's Boxes, 1 Rise from the Ashes, very spicy card there, and 3 Shield of Achilles. And as for the Spirit deck, very quickly, we had a count of 14 Earth, 1 Frost, 1 Water, 1 Wind, 1 Thunder, and 2 Fire. So without going into the side deck just yet, I want to ask you, Pope, can you go over the deck? Why did you go with this?
So, Cynector is too good. He searches for PTA and he's a 4 attack. So whatever is one of the best first turn casts, that and Cybrung, that's like the first Elestral you always want to see in hand. He is a 4 attack, and whatever your opponent casts, you're sure that you're gonna make sure that you're gonna have an Elestral next turn because you're gonna PTA, you're gonna pop it, or if you manage to enrage it, you're gonna crash it. Your opponent's has to crash into it. So it's gonna be an open board for next turn, and he's gonna take 2 spirit damage. And he also searched for the Poison Nectar. I know, funny card. I'll get to it later. The Cyprum, of course, there's no explanation. Searches Dionysus and pops 1 or 2 drop Elestral with 5+ attack. Counters perfect against Lotagon. The Drataya, you need it for the quick ascension to the Lost Dragon.
To the Lotagon, you mean?
Thank you, to the Lotagon, yeah. Equalings, no explanation. Hopperoo. So Hopperoo is funny. A lot of people doubted Hopperoo. It's so good, specifically in this mono type deck, that yes, on stream, unfortunately, I foretold many Omni rooms. It is what it is, but during the tournament, I saw a lot of Earth cards. I managed to add EQ multiple times. I managed to add an Elestral, and most of all, it helps foretelling, so that next turn you can add whatever it is that you want. So just grab one for free, reorder whatever you need, and then grab the other one. So it's a +2. It's like a +3 and sometimes a +4. And it's always bad to counter it. The best counter that I think that it can be used is either Dionysus Magnus to Daze, because it costs 1, so it's a 1-for-1, and Organs, and it's still -1. Because if you PTA, you're gonna lose 3. If you shield, you're gonna lose 3. Anything that's not Dio, Madness, or Gorgons is gonna be a -3. And
well, the shield would be 2, because they don't take the damage, but they're still. But in general, the idea is that you're always winning the exchange, right? Hopperoo, it's like a rabbit.
What I mean by 3 is because I took away a counter room.
Oh, true. Okay.
I don't mind getting shielded because it happened in the stream, especially my god, what I played
the feature.
The game I played, there was the feature match. Thank you.
Yeah.
He shielded me like once or twice, and I just casted it again, and he didn't have an answer for it. So moving on, Mustation. The idea behind Mustation was that it's a 6. You can run over Ampharos that
very important.
We knew that it was gonna be all over the place. And it runs over Rabbit, it runs over Viscerous, and it actually runs over Champ Lotagon. And if it's an attack, so it's good. And I didn't manage to pull it off as much as I wanted to, but you can attack, sure, it turns into defense. And then next turn when your opponent attacks, you can Dionysus Madness and Rage. If it's Dionysus also enchanted, you can switch the position and your opponent's gonna crash over it. So that was a little bit of the thought behind it. Then we go to the 2 MVPs of the deck, the base set Lotagon and the champion Lotagon. Honestly, both put in work. I casted more the champion, but whenever I casted the base set one, it was usually game, because I casted it in a game state where you have to Ambrosia to live or you're gonna die, and if you Ambrosia, I'm gonna get a plus. I used it to pop Celestial, I used it to pop Lotagons, I used it to pop Divines. It's just too good, and yeah, I love playing 1-1. I just search whatever I need. And the rest of the rules, I mean EQs, you know, Ambro, Rise, I played it because I had a space and I didn't know what to play. And honestly, came in clutch. There was a game that I tried to use Japtaya's effect to ascend. They P-boxed me. I milled 2 cards and one of them was equaling, so I Rise, casted equalings, did an Nexus and popped the only back row that they had. So I managed to pop off, and then it was a snowball after that. It was game. Then we have the Madness. I already said it's free. If you have Dio cast Enchanted on field, it's free.
Yeah.
I always use the Spirit from Dio to cast, then I replenished it, so come on. And the Nectars. So the Nectars is a +2. You take a card out of the hand of the opponent and burn for 2. And yes, it seems not as good because the opponent chooses what they're gonna mill, you know, what they're gonna discard. But as you saw in the feature match, you can put them in a simplified game state where they draw in the draw phase, and then you go in draw phase, cast. They have to discard it, and they have to expend to get something for next turn. And by that point, you know you're gonna get 3 damage because they cannot cast it. You can just pop off with the Elestrals next turn. It's too good. Then the PTAs, Shield, Gorgons, P-Box main. I think you need to play main in this format. It needs to go in main.
Okay.
And the 2 Diodes, I think 2 is enough. I never wanted 3. Like I never needed 3. 2 was more than enough. And for the side deck, Hurricane, never used it, never needed it. Cryoblast came very in clutch most of the games. It runs over Ampharos, and in the mirror match you can destroy
Viserys?
the Viserys, you can destroy the a lot of things. Honestly, pretty good. I used it a lot. And
Okay.
Rise, self-explanatory. I did run 3 Chariot, never used it. I only added it because in case of a bear matchup and they Chariot me, I was gonna Chariot in chain, but I never cited it in. The Fallen Forest is to counter Solar, Thunder, specifically the Fungo, the Funglo,
Bronto Glow?
Bronto Glow,
Yeah.
because you just take away their supercharge, and it's a more even match. Then I ride Tectaurus, spicy tech. In the mirror match, it's easy, it's a win. And it was funny because against my final match of Swiss, he casted it. I started laughing, and he goes, "Yes, is it good against the mirror match?" And then I casted it, and he said, like a man of taste. Like we knew, the people who tested it properly knew that citing that card in the mirror match, it's game determining. Lawlith, great in this format, very good, and the Spoiled Fruit to counter water. Also, you can kind of counter Thunder. Never used it against Thunder. And Water, I cited it in, never used it. Unfortunately, never saw it. Yeah, that's basically it.
All right. Seems pretty concise. Allow me to ask you some questions about some of the standout cards or some of the more interesting cards. You already went over Mustache. You did already talk about Poison Nectar, but it was the card that basically got people talking about your deck. Let's be honest here. Like, I'm using it in a thumbnail for a reason. You got MBT to talk about it. Like even though you've topped like what 4 events now, maybe 3. 4 events, right? You've topped the first one. You got top 8, and
I topped the first Elestrals app tournament.
Right.
I got undefeated on Swiss playing Wind, Mono Wind.
Okay.
Then I got top 16 in the last Firestorm.
Was it Firestorm or was it Moonrise? I think it was Moonrise.
No, Moonrise and Firestorm.
Okay.
Moonrise was the Thunder, Firestorm was Spiders, and now top 16 at Kissimmee.
All right, perfect. So even though you've gotten results, it was like you were an unknown, an enigma to many of the people. They didn't know about you. Yeah. And honestly, it was really awesome to see how people didn't know anything about you, even though like literally the last event you topped it. And you topped it with Spiders of all things, right? And then you just
expires.
and you enter into this tournament, you go into your round, you do a masterclass of showing the strength of this deck, and then next day everybody is talking about, yeah, Pope's deck. And even, like, I remember, like, even Swolax talked about how they were very scared in the Dio matchup, particularly of Poison Nectar. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, like why I think this was a really solid deck, even though it didn't go all the way. It had basically all the tools to really counter what I think everybody was playing. But overall, the other thing that is actually very interesting is the fact that you played the Helios, even though you're saying that it's used for the Majorsa, right? This deck is not as explosive in theory as some of the other decks that we saw dominate live stream in the first Open. But very interesting that you went for the Helios. Were you ever tempted to play it, like, at all, like in any matchup? Or
Absolutely not. And I never felt threatened by back row. Like in the feature match, my opponent casted Rabbit 3 back row.
Okay.
I was not worried at all. I was happy to take the trades. This deck can take trades very comfortably. Like with the Habaru, with the Cyclone, it's a 4/4, good stats.
Okay.
The Drataya is the only one that I would say it's not as great to take a trade because they take away your boss monster basically.
Of course.
But overall, I never had problems. Like I said, I never ran Hurricane because I rather run Folloy Forest over Hurricane. I have more advantage with Folloy than with Hurricane.
Alright, so in the spirit count, we're seeing like 6 spirits that are not really usable in the main deck. They were mainly for the side deck, right?
Yeah, honestly, my thought behind it is I feel that I have enough Earth, and I don't want to take extra deck, the side deck, cards for spirits. Might as well just play it in the main, and when I side, I already have them. Yes, I have, like, for example, spirits for Hurricane. I never used Hurricane, but it came up against Evil Vamp. He knocked me out in top 16. He won the tournament, so I don't mind that knockout. I lost against the person who won, so kudos. He had Atlantis casted. I casted my Station Water Enchanted, so I was protected over Tsunami that he played it, and I also got a buff, so I was a 5-stack. He cannot get over it. I literally casted it. He just looked at it with all his Anthros on field. All he said was pass. I pass. I don't want to crash into it. I don't want to deal with it.
All right, and last thing, like, I want to ask you about this. What would you change, if anything, going into the next premiere that is going to be on Saturday? I don't know if you're going to participate or not, but if you were to change something for this list, what would you change?
Yes, the Nectars are fun, and they came in clutch. Instead of 3, I might play 1 or 2. I still haven't decided. And play the 3rd PTA, because there was a match where I kind of wanted the 3rd PTA. And so I might cut instead of 3, 2, and run the 3rd one inside for moments where I feel that, hey, this card might come in handy, this is the time to play it. And I might switch the stations for Spectres because I felt it was more relevant.
Okay.
You can hit the Afros, negate it, run over it, it's great. You can hit over a couple of Elestrals that is down the base set Lotagon.
Okay.
Attack, suppress, run over it. So I think Spec is a good card that should be played. But that's basically it. Other than that, the deck just run like a perfect, beautiful oil machine.
Would you make any changes to the side deck?
Yes, the Helios and the Hurricanes, out of there. What I would add, not sure yet. I haven't thought about it. After Kissimmee, I just shut down.
Yeah, don't reveal the sauce just yet, you know? Don't reveal the sauce.
No, there's no sauce. I haven't thought about it. But honestly, I think I would just take out the Helios and Hurricane, and I have 4 slots for whatever I consider to be better.
Okay. All right. So just moving into your general experience with the Kissimmee Open, I want to hear about your experience overall with the tournament run. Obviously, you did a phenomenal run, and you kept your composure over 8 rounds. That is not easy at all. But I do want to hear from the horse's mouth, like, how did it go? What was it like playing in Kissimmee?
Well, it being my first in-person tournament, and being such a big tournament, I was very excited. Seeing the people, the community was very nice with me. I made a bunch of friends. People were like coming up to me like, "How are you doing?" And like even people who already did super well. Harry, I played against him, and he used to come up to me like, "Oh, how are you doing? How's everything? If you need cards, I'll hook you up." That was super nice. And and now for the matches, I played first. It was water. Then I played solar. Then I played water. I lost that match. He drew the nuts. Unfortunately, I didn't see anything. It's part of the game. Then I played Glaciersa, champion Glaciersa. That deck did 8 damage in one hit. I've never had that happen to me. I almost lost the game. Managed to clutch it up. Then I played Solar again. I had the feature match, and my final Swiss round was against Dionysus Earth against
Cindershade, I think. Cindershade.
Cindershade, thank you, against Cindershade. And we had an interaction where we had to have an appeal and Skyhawk come up because it wasn't anything that serious. We were just so confused about the enrage mechanics and the faces that we had to involve him in. And it got to the point where I think we did a big impact in the rulings.
Okay.
I'm sure that Skyhawk took it into consideration, and it's gonna be signing it and writing a couple of things for if it ever happens again. And then after that, I saw that it was 13th place. There was day 2, top 16. Evo Van was my match. I managed to take it all the way to a game 3. Unfortunately, he knew Stereotype me. He casted Ampharos. He already had like 2 Ampharos on the field. He casted a third one. He normal casted. He special casted a tap up and then normal casted a champion. London. It's done.
Yeah.
No, it was when he. My apologies. He special casted tap up and he casted the Elestrals a shark that's water lunar.
I know which one you're talking about. I'll make sure to put it on the screen. Yeah.
Awesome. He casted that thing, and I said, wait a minute, I don't know what this is. I read it. You expend 1 to switch the position of an Elestro, and every time that position is switched, you draw 1. He drew 6.
Yeah.
He just effect, switch, tsunami, switch, blah, 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 and I was out-tempoed. That was it.
He was prepared. He was definitely prepared for that matchup.
Him and the game I played with Ari, that he was playing like 5s. He was playing 5s with Win, Pantera, and Navi. Those 2 games, everybody played amazing, but to me, those 2 casters made me overthink and just break my mind trying to figure out how to play around everything that they had. So yeah.
All right, definitely well deserved, all things considered. And once you were eliminated, that wasn't the end of your success, I would say. What else did you decide to do after or throughout the tournament?
So, after that, I quickly checked side events, and they were just signing for Winnabox. I said, sure, I'm here, might as well play in it. I won it.
What? No way.
I didn't, yeah, I thought about playing Thunder, but I didn't have all the cards that I needed, unfortunately. Like, I wanted to play a fun side event with a fun deck. Unfortunately, didn't have the cards, so I decided to just play the main deck that I use all tournament. I won it, and but it was fun. Everybody was having a fun time. And yeah, unfortunately, the box didn't get me anything good, but it was an $18 box, and I'm happy with it.
Oh yeah, no, we will definitely take those.
Yeah.
overall, this experience, I know that you worked very hard to be able to even get here, like to even go to the tournament. You've been testing your butt off throughout the last couple of months, not just for Kissimmee, not just for livestream, but also for Firestorm. As a fellow testing partner for you, like that I know that I've seen you grow as a player, as a caster, and honestly, I am super proud, like, to see this happen. Like, we in the Puerto Rican community, as small as it is, we were all rooting for you, and we went nuts when we saw you in stream. So, awesome job, Pope. Honestly, you made people talk. I'm sure that you're gonna be a household name going forward. The important thing here is to keep up the good work. You have about 140 championship points, right? I think so.
Yes, I need either 2 top 16s or 3 top 32s. Hopefully I can get it before Worlds.
I'm sure you will. Like, I'm sure this is not the last time that we've seen you, that we will see and hear from you. But regardless, I have one last question for you.
Sure.
I'm not saying that you are going to necessarily take this deck to this next premiere, but what is the secret sauce to win the next Elestrals premiere?
The secret sauce should be something to counter solar. If you find something to counter solar, because I guarantee you, a lot of people are gonna play solar. It's simpler than the other deck, and it's really strong. Celestial is too strong. I don't wanna,
Spill the beans.
Or talk, I don't know, not even that. I don't wanna be controversial, but I think that an emergency ban list should be in place for Helios Chariot Ride. It should be banned. It does not promote interactive gameplay. I only run it because if somebody does it to me, I wanted to counter it back.
Of course.
Otherwise, I don't want to play that card. And I believe that Celestial and Blizzard should be put to 1. To whoever is having, whoever's in charge of game management and ban lists and all that. Have a review, please, because I know it's fun and cool, but I wish to be able to have good gameplays where it's not extremely one-sided. If it's back and forth, it's great. If it's those 2 Elestrals go on the field, it's GG.
Okay. Well, I think that was great. All things considered, Pope, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your deck analysis. Like I said, it's not the last time that we will hear from you. And overall, I just wish you the best of luck and the best of success for the remainder of the season. So, thank you. Yeah, any shout outs if you want to do any?
Shoutouts to you, shoutouts to my family that were texting me during the game when they saw the feature match, and shoutouts to the Elestrals community. They were also putting the congratulations and stuff. And I hope that we keep growing. I hope that LGS in Puerto Rico see that we are interested and they help us out with more activities and cards and stuff.
Definitely.
We kind of want it,
Yeah, all of this has been done with literally no LGS because we have not been getting support. Yeah. Like, this is insane. Like, look at this. Look at the success here. Like, lots of top 16s. Not just you, not just me. We've gotten people like Dionysus. We also have JJPM, which doesn't really play too much nowadays, but he also has gotten top. So we have really, really good players in PR, and we're just itching to get more gameplay in. So great job, and very well said. Thank you. I can't do any better than that. So having said that, that will be all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more great content like this and for great content involving this amazing dude called Pope. All right, have a good one, everybody. Bye.